So, last night, as my head was hitting the pillow, I had a bizarre realization. My eyes shot open, and I thought to myself, oh my god, I haven't drawn any Avengers Endgame artwork on this channel yet. And with the movie so close, that's unacceptable. So this week, you're all getting a bonus episode. We're gonna draw my personal two favorite Avengers in their new Endgame suits. The first one is gonna be Thor. The second one, you'll find out later. Let's jump into drawing Thor first. Now, as I often suggest, I did a lot of different thumbnail / pose kind of rough sketches to try and figure out what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure that I was really gonna like the final product of this one, so I really wanted to find a pose that was super cool and felt very Thor-like. The one I ended up going with is pretty good. I'd say I'm 8 out of 10 happy with the pose. It's not bad, but I think I could have come up with something better given a bit more time, but it is still pretty cool looking. It's kind of classic. He's just flying straight at the camera. The hammer is held back. I think my main problem with this one is just that it didn't allow me to do anything super cool with Stormbreaker. I had some trouble figuring out the perspective of it, and the way I ended up having to have it where it's flowing down in the same direction as his arm meant that we couldn't really see a lot of Stormbreaker, so that's my only regret with this piece really. Besides that, I really like how it turned out. I love the Quantum Realm Suits, if that's what these suits are. I love the coloring of them. They're kind of like an Iron Man mixed with Captain America style suit, but with a white and black and red coloring, which I think is super cool looking. It's different from a lot of the stuff we've seen out of the Avengers costumes, and it's very sci-fi kind of space travel, spacesuit sort of outfit. Still have no idea what it's for, but I think it's just super cool looking. Love the design. There were some parts that were a bit complicated because there are just sections where the details and lining is kind of subtle about what it's supposed to look like. So I probably improvised a little bit of the line work around the arms and forearms and stuff. But overall, I think it ends up being a pretty good representation of my style of the suit's look in the movie. And I'm so excited to see these things in action. I also almost gave Thor his blonde dyed eyebrows that he had in the first Thor movie, which was kind of weird looking if you look back at it now because they didn't do that for the other movies. But didn't end up doing that, gave him some darker eyebrows. And besides that, I do my usual stuff. 2 layers of cell shading, a layer of lighting, a layer of rim lighting, and that's all we got for my drawing of Thor's Avengers Endgame suit. Okay, that turned out pretty cool. Now, for this next bit, the Avenger that I'm gonna draw is Captain America in his Quantum Realm or Avengers Endgame suit. And I was gonna do my classic Popcross Studios thing where I open a pack of Magic the Gathering cards, pick a character out of there, some kind of cool monster for Captain America to be fighting. But given the fact that we've gotten a good look at what Thanos is gonna look like in Avengers Endgame, I think it would be a bit cooler to have Captain America fighting Thanos. I mean, am I right? Who doesn't want to see that? So let's draw a nice cool poster of Captain America versus Thanos. Now, with this piece, I didn't really know what I was gonna do going into it. It was kind of a last-minute decision to have Captain America fighting Thanos, and it took me a while to figure out the poses for both of them. I found out earlier on what I wanted to do with Thanos. I wanted both of them facing the audience, sort of, which was part of the problem. I wanted to show off the front side of both of their suits, but I also had to keep in mind that Thanos is a lot bigger than Captain America, and I wanted to make sure Captain America's whole body was in the image, but I didn't necessarily need Thanos' full body, so I like how I ended up putting him off into the corner a little bit. His lower half is down. Captain America's leaping up into the air and about to slam his shield against Thanos, and I think this is a pretty good way to go with the poses of these two characters in their about to clash in a battle. One of the things that I mess up the most in this piece is probably Thanos' hand with the Infinity Gauntlet raised. That's something that I tend to have trouble with. Drawing the Infinity Gauntlet in general, not just the hand and the pose it's in, is a little bit awkward, but I probably could have spent more time detailing the Infinity Gauntlet, but for this piece, it serves its purpose. I'm not planning on printing this one out or anything. In terms of the inking, I'm quite happy with how it all turned out. I did a pretty good job on the roughs. I kind of limited some of the details of Thanos' suit from the promo artwork for Avengers Endgame, just because it gets pretty detailed, and I was just like, you know what, this is unnecessary for the amount of cartooniness that's in my style. I can really simplify a bunch of the elements. And even with Captain America's Quantum Realm suit, I don't put as many details as I did when I was drawing Thor's suit, just because this is in a more full piece. Captain America's a bit smaller and not in the background, but he's a little bit farther back than Thanos, and it really kind of fits my style to not do the full level of detail with the suits. So I'm pretty happy with how I went with that in this one, although I do end up actually liking Thanos in this piece better than Captain America, just because he's a bit bigger, do more details on his face, and overall I think he's just a bit cooler looking. But I'm also biased because I really love Thanos. Anyway, we're wrapping it up, and let's take a final look at my Captain America versus Thanos. Alright. A little bit rushed, but I think that's pretty cool looking. Sorry I couldn't draw all the Avengers, but that would have been a much longer video. But let me know what other Avengers you'd like to see me draw in the comments below, because I'm probably going to do more Endgame stuff in the next few weeks. Alright everybody, I'm Christian Pearson of Popcross Studios, and I will see you all on Monday. Goodbye.